So, one of the most hot button issues in financial services today, Roth conversions. It's the buzzword. If I have a meeting with a new prospective client, I would bet any amount of money that that topic will be top two that they're going to bring up. So why are Roth conversions such a hot button issue for retirees who's done a good job saving? Here is my take on it. I'm going to share it with you. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it if I'm spot on for your situation or not. But what I have seen is folks who are approaching retirement today or have just recently retired, they've done a phenomenal job of saving in their company 401k plan. And really they, and by they I mean those who are probably 65 to 75 right now, most that either never experienced a pension or had a pension at their company they worked for, transitioned to a 401k, and really one of the first generations that had to save for retirement on their own. And so what they did is they saved aggressively, and they took those tax deductions by contributing to the pre-tax account balance inside of their 401k. What nobody prepared them for is that saving and building that account over the years with market appreciation to $2, $3, $4, $5 million in some cases is going to result in a massive required minimum distribution at 73. And then of course that RMD age is transitioning to 75 if you were born after 1960. So you'll have to determine where you'll be there. But it's such a hot button issue because typically these folks were very disciplined with their savings and their budget throughout the course of their lives. And now if they have this really big IRA that's going to spit off, say, $100, $200, maybe even $300,000 of a required minimum distribution each year, they don't need all that money and they don't want to pay the tax on all of that money. So what are they to do? Number one, strategic Roth conversions. Of course, the earlier you retire, the longer glide path you have to perform those conversions. So if you work until 70 and your RMD starts at 73, you only have a narrow window to do that. You would have to come up with the plan in how aggressively you want to convert as much money as you possibly can. Typically, I'm really focusing on conversions at the 12, the 22, and the 24% federal income tax bracket and stretching that over as many years as you can. One of the problems that people are presented with when they want to perform these conversions is having the actual money on the sidelines, whether that be in their bank account or a taxable investment account, to pay for the taxes on those conversions. Some folks would want to pay for the conversions out of their IRA, but then you'd be taking money out and owing ordinary income taxes on that money to then pay taxes with that money. So it really eats away at the benefit of the Roth conversions. So if you're watching this video and you're approaching retirement or you already have a very nice IRA balance, I would encourage you to build up that taxable investment account so that you can use that to possibly perform Roth conversions in the future. And if you don't end up performing any, then so be it. What you've done is just diversified yourself from a taxable account basis or taxable account perspective and given yourself flexibility in retirement. Now, there are many things you have to look out for when you're thinking about performing Roth conversions, right? There are stealth taxes. One of the most sensitive topics retirees, or one of the topics that retirees are most sensitive to, are how much their Medicare Part B and Part D are going to cost in retirement. And so what I'm referencing here is the IRMAA surcharge associated with your Medicare premiums. And so if you convert too much money, it can throw you into a higher Medicare bracket. And again, yes, it's more money in what it costs. Sometimes the numbers still justify paying more in Medicare for 1 year. Keep in mind, Medicare is on a 2-year look back. So if you convert, say, $400,000 this year, your Medicare premiums aren't going to increase until 2028. Another form of a stealth tax could be net investment income. And so basically, if you are married filing jointly and you make over $250,000 a year, you have a 3.8% tax on investment income that you made. Okay, not a big deal. It could be, but what I've realized for almost all of my clients, they do not want to pay more in taxes. And so even those that have the largest IRA balances and are likely some of the best candidates for performing Roth conversions, some really struggle with performing that conversion and paying the tax today. Determining if it makes the most sense really does go into someone's personal beliefs. So I'm 34 years old. I'm of the belief that taxes are going to go up in my lifetime. If you're in the camp that taxes are going to stay where they are today, or maybe even go down, I don't know, then maybe a Roth conversion wouldn't be the best fit for you. But if you look at the tax rates across our history as a nation, they're really pretty low, right? And so if you can convert it 22% or 24%, and then lessen the amount of RMDs you have to take in your lifetime. And also you avoid if tax rates go up in the future. I know that the TCJA was just signed permanently into law, those tax rates, but it's always possible with an administration change or at some point in the future that could be rewritten into law. Another item to consider Roth conversions is known as the widow's penalty. And this is a very sensitive topic. And it is a conversation that I talk with almost all of my clients about far in advance when I have both husband and wife or both partners sitting with me. And it's because what happens is when somebody passes away, that is the last year that that spouse who is surviving is able to use the married filing joint tax brackets. And so then the following year, which their expenses typically will stay the same, but then their tax brackets are constrained to the single filer tax brackets. And so what I always chat with folks about, hey, if someone unfortunately passes away, we are going to perform a rather large Roth conversion in that calendar year. Okay, we don't need to talk about the details today, but it's something that we need to plan for. The timing of Roth conversions can also be very beneficial. So we had a client this year that actually, we had done the analysis for them to perform Roth conversions in 2026. And so we had that number in mind that we're working toward to convert throughout the year. One of the great things when you do that planning ahead of time is that you can take advantage of market downturns. And so the market started off very volatile this year and we're down a little bit. And so what we did is we cherry picked positions in this client's account that were down and converted those funds over into the Roth IRA. And so what we've seen happen is those positions have rallied and actually are performing very well this year, all inside of their Roth IRA, and they owed taxes on the smaller amount that was down when they converted. So that's one strategy you can try and leverage. If you're doing that planning ahead of time, it allows you flexibility based on market volatility. Now, I'm very pro Roth IRA. I love talking about Roth conversions, but what I will admit is that it's not perfect for everyone, and it may not make sense for you, but I believe very strongly if you have a pre-tax account balance that is greater than $1 million, that you should at least have someone, yourself or an advisor, perform the analysis to see if the numbers make sense for you. There are a ton of rules to look out for when you're thinking about Roth conversions. You want somebody that's experienced in performing these so that there aren't any surprises if you decide to move forward with any conversions. And fun fact, or not such a fun fact, is that there are no more recharacterizations on Roth conversions. So once you convert those funds, you can't undo it. So you really want to make sure that your analysis is tight and that you are in agreement with you and your financial team that that's what you want to be doing. And if you want someone who's done this hundreds of times or perform the analysis, we'd be happy to perform that for you and give you the information to make an informed decision if a Roth conversion is something that you and your family should consider.